Survivor 47 just had one of the worst twists in Survivor history, and I'm literally gonna sue Jeff Probst for defamation of character on all of these players. So let's go over this new episode, shall we? The episode starts off with everyone coming back to camp after voting out Rome at the last tribal council. And Teeny's like, I feel so good about what happened. What? You mean voting on a black person? Teeny talks as if she is constantly in a high school play.
Out of my hands. It was also played on me so that I didn't even have a chance of going home.
Are you auditioning for Pride and Prejudice right now? What is going on? And Saul actually voted for Andy in case Rome had an idol so Saul would not be going home. And now Saul is talking to Andy, and he's like, Andy, listen, Buster, I didn't want to have to vote for you, but I was so confident that Rome had an idol that I had to vote for you. And then Andy's like, wait a second, buddy. If you thought that Rome had an idol, and you voted for me, then that means that you thought I was gonna go home. But Andy, you don't understand. We needed a backup vote, and your original tribe suggested you as the backup vote. And he's like, well, who specifically? And Saul's like, Sam! Sam, you stinky doofus. You've been caught with your hand in the cookie jar this time, and I'm gonna bite it off. Evan AI Andy's like, you know what? I was in alliance with Sam and Sierra, but they treat me like I'm an actual idiot doofus, so I'm not surprised by the information. Oh, by the way, Sam and Sierra are definitely not dating. Wink, wink. And then the owner of Buzz and Woody proposes an alliance to Saul, and he's like, sure, why not, Buster? And while everyone else is sleeping, Andy is doing math equations in the sand. I'm like 85% sure this guy is a serial killer. And then Genevieve comes along and sees what Andy is doing, and she does not want to become his next victim. So she's like, yo, let's do an alliance. Please don't kill me. And then Genevieve says, last night Rome, her number one, went home, but she doesn't care. Wow, Genevieve, I thought you were cool, but you're actually just a fool. Bars. Also, I'm very confused because the edit makes it appear as though Andy and Genevieve talked all night long, because it goes from this to this. What happened? And then my boy Kyle is burning what looks to be, I have literally no idea. And then Sue says she prefers racquetball over pickleball. Sue, I know that you have like dementia because you're like the oldest person to ever exist. But like, come on, you can't be that stupid. And then Sierra's like, yeah, we're all just vibing at camp. And then Genevieve comes along with Tree Melon, totally throws off our groove. I half expected her to turn into a llama. And then Genevieve reads the fortune cookie type message from Tree Mel. And then Rachel starts yapping, but I really do not care. And then all the females start talking, and they're like, oh, we need to vote on a guy because all the girls need to make it to the jury. Wow, I wonder if they're gonna vote out a girl this episode. And then Teeny's like, it's really hard to do an all-female alliance now because the Black Widow Brigade was so good. But I 100% disagree. The only reason the Black Widow Brigade worked as an alliance is because it wasn't made simply based off the fact that everyone in it was females. They actually liked each other. The only reason any new era female alliance was made is because everyone in it is females, and that's the only reason. And then Tiana, which I'm going to be completely honest, I kind of forgot she was even in the show, but yeah, she's like, I want to be in the all-female alliance so I can make them vote out Gabe. Yeah, good luck with that. And then we head to the immunity challenge, and it literally is the exact same thing from 44 where Matt got absolutely bamboozled. If you haven't seen 44, I'll explain. There will be two groups. The last person standing from each tribe will win immunity for themselves, but the last person standing out of everyone will also win immunity for their entire tribe, and they will watch the tribal council from the jury seats. The first team comprises of Genevieve Lewinsky, the lady who voted out her own mother, Teeny Bird, Better Call Saul, Andy's Custards, and Sam I Am. And on the other tribe, we have Helen, Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba, Old Lady McGee Part 2, Below All Grown Up, Gabe, and Like Zoink Scoob. And the challenge is they have to hold a stick with a ball at the end of it. And yeah, that's the challenge. And the first person to fell is Andy. Wow, what a shocker. And the next person to fell is Helen. Rip Bozo. And she is very angry because literally the entire Blue Tribe is on a team with her, so if they lose, she's a goner for sure. And then Sierra throws the challenge because she doesn't want her boyfriend Sam to lose to her and feel sad. And then Tiana pulls a Times Square and drops the ball. And then it turns out that they actually rubbed anti-Asian oil all over Saul's stick so he would lose the challenge. Wow. And then Stinky Sue super sucks at this challenge. And then as Gabe loses, we get a Dan Schneider foot shot for some reason. And then Sam loses like an actual idiot. And then Kara dies. And then Kyle is the last person on the blue team and falls, but luckily he still wins individual immunity for himself. And Teeny and Caroline win immunity for their entire team. W's in the chat for those bozos. And then Kyle gives Jeff a fist bump. And then Caroline says, "We gotta stay Tuku strong." The amount of times that these idiots used the term Tuku in this episode makes me want to crack my skull open, take out my brain, and throw it in a boiling pot of water. And the winners of the challenge get to go eat a feast. Wow, cool for them, I guess. Wait a second, Survivor, you're not slick. Why does this reward look like it has actual good food? That's not allowed! And then Genevieve basically says, like, I hate everybody in the entire world, and I'm the only reason we won that challenge, and, you know, stuff like that. And then everyone says they feel sorry for Rachel, you know, because she's Asian, and Sue's obviously racist because of how old she is. I don't know why, but, like, the merch buff just looks weird on Sam. And then it's revealed that there's actually a secret advantage at this place. And then we head to the players who lost the challenge and gotta vote someone out of the game. And then Helen's like, yeah, I'm kind of just screwed, not gonna lie. And Gabe stays being the most condescending player to ever exist in Survivor. And then Gabe says everyone in the game is just tools for him to use. Well, Gabe, I want to use tools on your face. A hammer specifically. And then Tiana's like, I know that Rachel is the easy vote, but what if you went out Gabe? He's a jerk and he also smells like Burger King, so like we gotta get him out. And then Kyle's like, zoinks, Tiana. That's a great idea, man. And then we actually get to see a confessional from Kyle. Guys, can we please put down in the comments, #justice for Kyle? This guy gets like no content. And then Tiana goes to talk to Rachel. It's like, yo, homie, don't play in the shiny dock, you heard? You finna be safe. And then Rachel's like, what is happening?
Situations like at last night's tribal council.
Where they are, which we know there are, but unfortunately he does not find anything. And then Sierra just like starts talking about Andy's game for like no reason. Sierra, Andy is playing a much better game than you. All of you have the same right now, Sierra. And then Saul starts looking for the advantage, and bada bing boom, he finds it. And then Tiana talks to Caroline about voting out Gabe, and she goes, yeah, we're not doing that. And then Gabe tells Rachel that they're actually gonna vote out Caroline, which is just a fake plan. And then he gives her a hug and he makes this face. And then the winners of the challenge are playing baseball for some reason. Yeah, sure. And then Saul goes off by himself to see what his advantage is. Pretty much what his advantage is, he can give somebody on the losing tribe the power to either block a vote or use the safety without power advantage. Gee, I wonder who's going to give that to. And then we head to tribal council. And surprise, surprise, Rachel pulls out the safety without power advantage and leaves tribal council. And then Tiana starts crying, so that probably means she's dead in the water. And then everyone gets up and talks about the vote, and yeah, Tiana gets absolutely bamboozled and voted out of the game. Well guys, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
Hey everybody, this is Bruce here for Season 45 Survivor. Now, I, Bruce, the greatest Survivor player to ever exist, demand that all of you subscribe to Mean View, that's M-E-M-E, View, and hit the like button, or, if you don't, you end up like me on Season 44, alright? You don't want that, do you? Peace!